Silas Maths.
The best place to learn mathematics.
Hello friend, welcome back to class. I believe you had a great learning experience from our previous class. Okay, in our previous class we talked about standard form, expressing numbers from standard form to ordinary form. Alright, so today we're going to be looking at addition and subtraction involving standard forms. So how do we add and subtract numbers in standard form? Right, before we go ahead and solve this, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do want to subscribe and then turn on the notification bell as well. Okay, let's quickly jump into this problem on the board. Find the sum of 2.5 times 10 raised to the power 4 and 5.2 times 10 raised to the power 4 raised to the power 3. That's in standard form. So how do I add this kind of numbers? It's very easy. We can use two methods. One is to express method 1. Let's consider the first method, or method 1, or case 1 is to express, right, that method 1, expressing them in ordinary form. So after which we'll change our answers, we'll carry out the operation, that is addition, and then bring back the answers, the answer we've gotten back in standard form. So how do I mean? So for this one, 2.5 times 10 raised to the power 4, changing it to ordinary form. Remember, it's raising to power a positive index, so we'll just shift the point forward. So this is going to give us 2.5. So let's shift the point how many times forward? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will give us 2, 5. Then I have additional 1, 2, 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. Or in other words, it's actually multiplying this 2.5 by what? 10,000. Yes, by 10,000. So that's for the first one. Then for the second number, I have 5.2 times 10 raised to the power 3. So what would that be? That would be 5.2. 5.2. We shift our point 3 times forward. So we have 1, 2, 3. So the new number becomes 5, 2, then additional 2 zeros, 0, 0. So this time around, we now have two numbers we are going to add. So instead of us adding that way, we are going to add these two numbers. So we have the addition becomes, or the sum becomes 25,000 plus 5,200. So go ahead and add. This will give us 0 here, 0, 2, 10, we write 0, carry 1, then we have our 3. So this number over here, 30,200. So we have to, this is our answer, we have to change it back to standard form. And remember, expressing numbers in ordinary form to standard form, we'll shift the point in front of the first non-zero digit, and that is 3. So how many numbers do I have before the first non-zero digit here? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means I'm going to move the point 4 times. So this becomes 3.02. Right, so no need of writing these ones as 0, 0 because they will not be significant, because they are the decimal part. Then times 10 to the power of what? 10 to the power of, remember how many times we moved the point? We moved it 4 times, so it's going to be 10 raised to the power 4. So this is the answer. So when I add these two numbers, these two standard form, that's what I'm going to have. Now let's consider the second case, that is our second method, method 2, that is making, okay, let me write down the operations I have. I have the operation 2.5 times 10 raised to the power 4 plus, okay, we have our addition sign, 5.2 times 10 raised to the power 3. Now for me to add these two numbers without expressing them in ordinary form, I have to first of all make the two numbers to have the same, the powers of 10 to be the same. So make the powers of the 10, make the powers of 10 the same. Make them the same. So how do I make them the same? Okay, this one has the power of what? 4, while this one has the power of what? 3. So whichever one we want to make the same, we can do that. So I would like to make this one to have the power of, okay, let me go ahead and make this one to have the power of 3. So what do I do to make this one to have the power of 3? That is very simple. Okay, so it is this way. I have 2.5 times, 10 raised to the power of 4 is something as, this number is something as 2 point this times this times 10,000, right? So if I want to strike off one of the zeros, that means I'm going to move the point forward, isn't it? Yes. So this becomes 25 times 10, taking out one of the 0 means the point will move forward, so that will give me 0, 0. So you see, this number is now 25 times 10 raised to the power of what? 3. So I've made this one to become power of 3, and this one also is having the power of 3. So in this case I can add them, so this becomes 2.5 times 10 raised to the power of 3. You're adding two of them together, plus, not 2.5, I beg your pardon, 25. So the other one is 5.2 times 10 raised to the power of 3. Now in this case, factor out these two here, because I have 10 to the power of 3, 10 to the power of 3. Factoring it out here, I'm going to have 10 to the power of 3 into bracket 25 plus 5.2. So go ahead and add 25. When you add these two numbers, we are going to have, okay, we can arrange them according to their values. So I have 5.0, 25.0, then I have 5.2. So adding these two together, I'm going to have 2 here, point, add this, I have 0, carry 1, 3. So this is my, what's it called? This is my addition here. And remember that this 10 to the power of 3 is multiplying this, right? Okay, this is multiplying this, and that will give us equal to 10 times 10 raised to the power 3, I beg your pardon, or we can actually swap it by putting this one over here. Okay, so this is something as saying 30.2 times 10 raised to the power of 3. Although the answer is not actually in standard form, so we can shift the point backward. So when I shift the point backward, I will increase the power of this. So shifting the point here to become in standard form, this becomes 3.02 times 10 raised to the power of 4. Yes. So you see that the answer we have here is something we have here using the two method, or the two approaches in solving this. And I know some could actually find this more interesting, changing it to ordinary form and then adding and taking it back to standard form, while some could actually prefer using this method of making the powers of the 10 to be the same, or the exponent of the 10 to be the same, right? Whichever way you consider easy for yourself, you can actually adopt that particular method, but it's good you know the two methods. So take a look at it. We're going to take another example. You can pause the video and take a shot of what we have on the board. All right, let's take the second example. All right, we have an example here on the board which reads, find the sum of this and this. Okay, I would like to adopt the first method because we won't have time to start expressing all of these. So let's change these numbers to ordinary form, then after which we bring it back. So for 4.52 times 10 raised to the power of -3, so that is the same thing saying we have 4 4.52, right, times 1 over 10 to the power of 3. When you record the 1 over 10 raised to the power of 3, this is the same thing as 4.52 divided by, this is 1000, right, 1000. And whenever we are dividing by the powers of 10, we shift the point backward. Okay, so this is going to give us, shifting this point backward, we're going to have already, let me express it this way, 5 2, and I have 1 2 3 zeros, so we shift the point 1 2 and 3, so we're going to have 0.00452. so that is for this one. Then second one, we have 6.6 times 10 raised to the power minus 5. That's something as 6 times 1 over 10 raised to the power of 5. So this is something as saying 6 divided by 1 0. Okay, that's, let me write it here. Something as 6 divided by 2 3 4 5. Yes, 5 zeros. 1 2 3 4 5. So that is then shifting the point backward. So when you shift the point 5 times backward, when you shift it 5 times backward, we are going to have 0.00006. That is 1 2 3 4 5. Yes, so that is the two expressions we have here, this man and this man. So we go ahead and add them together, since they say we should find the sum. So adding, we are going to have, or summing, we are going to have, how many decimal do we have here? 1 2 3 4 5. This one 1 2 3 4 5. That's perfect. So we arrange them 0.00006, then the other one 0.00452. Then we go ahead and add. So adding, we're going to have here 8, we have here 5, we have here 4, we have here 0, 0.0. So this is our answer, but we need to change it back to standard form, because our question came as a standard form. So changing this to standard form, remember we are moving the points forward. So 0.00458, shifting the point 1 2 3 in front of the what, the first non-zero digit, so that becomes what, 4.58 times 10 raised to the power of what, how many times did we shift the point, 1 2 3, times 10 raised to the power of what, 3. So this is our final answer. All right, let's take example on subtraction. Examples involving subtraction, let's have 1 or 2. So we have example 1, or let's call it example 3. So we have this example on the board which reads, find the difference between this and this. So let's adopt the first method by changing them to what, ordinary form first. So I have 4.3 times 10 raised to the power of 5, which is the same thing as shifting the point. So I'm going to have, when you change this to ordinary form, we're going to have 4 3, and I'm going to have 0 0 0 0. That is shifting the point 1 2 3 4 5. So for the second one, I have 3.8 1 times 10 raised to the power minus 1, and that's the same thing by dividing this by 3.81 divided by 10, because this is the power of 1. So that is going to give us, shifting this point backward, that will give us 0. Shift the point backward, becomes 0.381. So these two numbers are the numbers we're finding the difference. So the difference becomes, that subtraction, difference becomes 4 30000. So I have three decimal places here, so I'm going to put 0.000, right, to have a 3 decimal place. Then the second one becomes 0.8, 0.3, I beg your pardon, 381. Then we go ahead and subtract. So subtracting, we have this minus this cannot go through, so we'll take away our 1 here, so this becomes 2. Add 1 here, take away 1, 9. Add 1, take away 1, 9. Add, take away 1, 9. Add, take away 1, 9. Add 1, take away 1, 9. Add 1, take away 1, 9. Then we have add 1 here, 10. 10 minus this is going to give us 9. 10 minus 8. 9 minus 8 is going to give us 1. 9 minus 3 is going to give us 6. Put our point. Then we have 9, 9, 9, 9. Then we have our 2. We have our 4. So our answer is this, okay? But this answer 429,999. How many 9 do I have there? 4. Am I correct? Yes. 0.619. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll change this thing to what's it called? Standard form by shifting these points to this in front of the first non-zero digit. So that becomes 4.2999619. That's a large number times 10 raised to power. How many times did we move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So times 10 raised to power what? 5. Yes. Yes, that's the answer in ordinary form. Okay, let's take this one. Number 4. Let's have this. Let's have the one that will give us a smaller difference. So we have something like this: 2.6 times 10 raised to power 4 minus 1.5 times 10 raised to power times 10 raised to power 2. I think this one will serve us a little bit distant. So we have 2 solution for this. We have 2.6 times 10 raised to power 4 is something as what? 26. Then we have additional 3 zeros because move this one 1. So we have 0, 0, 0 in ordinary form. Then 1.5 times 10 raised to power 2. Move it once. We have 1, 5. Remaining 2. Then we have 0. Then go ahead and subtract. So since we are subtracting, so we have 26000 minus 150. So that will give us this 0 here, 0. Take away 1, 5. 9, 10. Here is 5. Subtract this, we have 8. Subtract this, nothing here. Then bring down this one, 2. So this is our answer, but our answer must be in standard form. So I have how many digits before the first non-zero digit? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to give us 2.585. Okay, 0 times 10 raised to power what? 4. This 0 though is not significant, so we can remove it. So this becomes our answer when we carry out this subtraction. This is what we're going to have. So this is basically how you do your addition and subtractions involving standard form. Change them to ordinary form, then carry out your operation, then your final answer, take it back to standard form. Very easy. So if you have any question, do what to drop it at the comment section. So we're going to call it a pause here. Do well to also answer the questions that will be dropped after the video, after the end of the video. Do well to answer it and drop your answer at the comment section. So thanks for joining. Bye for now. See you in our next class.